Cities to partner industry and entrepreneurs in a bid to commercialize research. Vice President Shettima blames corrupt leaders for banditry. On the foreign scene, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger quit ECOWAS. And in sports, Toby Amuson smashes Salozier's African record at the 2024 World Athletics. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television. We're live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Uyi Agumofwegwe. Let's begin by telling you President Bola Tinubu has urged universities to partner industries and entrepreneurs in their researches in order to commercialize their ideas. Speaking at the 43rd convocation ceremony of Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria, Kaduna State, Tinubu, who was represented by the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, noted that Nigeria universities have contributed immensely to research and development, hence the need for them to partner industries and entrepreneurs in their researches, stating that universities are known for research and innovations, which provide the necessary ingredients for development of societies. Blaming the region's security crisis on unchecked corruption, Vice President Kashif Shettima has offered a stark assessment of northern Nigeria's plight at Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Lecture in Maiduguri in Borno State. Corruption, Shettima says, has defied the legacy of accountability and probity championed by the late Sir Ahmadu Bello, the region's revered premier. Shettima, represented by his political advisor Hakim Baba Ahmed, lamented the stark contrast between Bello's era and the present. He said Sardauna left a legacy of teamwork, resilience, and commitment to education, agriculture, infrastructure developments. The areas of the nation's economy the Vice President implied now suffer from systemic rot. No fewer than 4,613,197 permanent voter cards, PVCs, have been collected by voters for the February 3 rerun and by-elections, and that is according to a document posted by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on its X handle. It is believed that 2,189,171 PVCs have been collected by voters for the by-elections, while 2,424,026 PVCs were collected for the rerun elections. No fewer than 8,500 bimodal voter authentication system, also called BVAS, and over 35,000 ad hoc staff would be deployed for the electoral exercises. The federal government and Niger State government have reiterated commitment to ensuring food security, aiming to drive down food inflation. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, and Governor Mohammed Bago of Niger State have stated this in Abuja. Kyari noted that Bago's visit was an attestation to the strong alliance and synergy the ministry is motivated to build between the federal and state governments to ensure food security and agricultural growth in Nigeria. He further said that it is a fact that the agricultural sector in Niger had witnessed outstanding accomplishments since the inception of Bago's administration. The federal government's efforts to attain local vaccine production and reduce dependence on imported ones have been significantly boosted with the launch of the National Plan for Vaccine Research and Development and Local Production. Tunji Alausa, Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, while highlighting the anticipated significance of the project in facilitating the operationalization of vaccine development, emphasized that it would provide a blueprint for the entire process of vaccine production within the country. Alausa observed that the national plan was meticulously crafted through an innovative bottom-up methodology, ensuring that the results of the efforts would be highly beneficial in complementing the national vaccine policy. Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf has rejected the call by the acting national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, to join the ruling party. Yusuf's reaction came barely 24 hours after Kano APC stakeholders in their majority had resolved to reconcile with the Kwankwasia movement. At the end of the APC stakeholders meeting in Kano last Thursday, Ganduje reaffirmed the acceptance of the Supreme Court verdict of Femi Yusuf's victory. However, reacting to Ganduje, Director General, Media and Publicity to the Kano State Governor, Sanusi Tofa revealed Governor Yusuf's rejection of the call. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohammed Marwa, retired, has charged men and officers of the agency to shun any enticement that conflicts with the ethos of their profession as anti-narcotic operatives. Marwa gave the charge in Jos Plateau State during the graduation ceremony of members of the Strike Force Elite Corps in the agency, urging them to be mindful that the event is a milestone in their professional career in the agency. He said the specialized training and the skills acquired will enhance their competence in the special role they will be playing for the anti-drug agency in the war against illicit substance. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, has suspended the license of Martini Airline Services Limited, the private jet operator whose aircraft had overshot the runway on Friday at Ibadan Airport. The private jet had 10 persons on board before it overshot the runway as firefighters and rescue officials from the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria were immediately deployed to the scene. The NCAA declared in a statement that the license suspension was with immediate effect pending the outcome of investigations into the incident. The regulatory body announced its intention to conduct a comprehensive safety and economic audit of all private jet operations in Nigeria, emphasizing its commitment to ensuring the highest standards in the aviation sector. You're watching News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using Global TV NG and other handles as you now see on your screen. When News Prime returns, Tobias Musso smashes Alozier's African record at the 2024 World Athletics. We have that story and more for you right after this short break. We urge you to stay with us. This is Global Television, bringing you a live broadcast of News Prime with Uyi Agmofwebe. Let's turn to the foreign scene. The military regimes in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic have today announced their immediate withdrawal from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The leaders of the three Sahel nations issued a statement saying it was, quote, a sovereign decision to leave the regional body without delay. Struggling with jihadist violence and poverty, the regimes have had tense ties with ECOWAS since coups took place in Niger last July, Burkina Faso in 2022, and Mali in 2020. All three were suspended from ECOWAS, with Niger and Mali facing heavy sanctions. They have hardened their positions in recent months and joined forces in an alliance of Sahel states. French military withdrawal from the Sahel, the region along the Sahara deserts across Africa, has heightened concerns over the conflict spreading southward to the Gulf of Guinea states, Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Ivory Coast. One man has died after armed assailants opened fire in an Italian church in Istanbul, Turkey, during Sunday Mass in an apparent assassination attempt that was swiftly condemned by Pope Francis. Interior Minister Ali Yerlikaya said on social media that the attack occurred at around 11:40 in the morning local time at the Santa Maria Church in the Saria district of Istanbul on the European side and was carried out by two masked men. The minister said an individual identified only as CT, who was among those attending Sunday service, was the target of the gun attack and lost his life. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan was in the central Anatolian province of Eliskir for his party's rally ahead of March local elections, expressed condolences during a phone call with the priests of the Italian church and other local officials. He assured that necessary steps are being taken to catch the perpetrators as soon as possible, and that's according to his office. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres says phasing out fossil fuel was not only necessary but also inevitable. Speaking in a celebration of the first International Day of Clean Energy, he called on governments to act and accelerate the transition from fossil fuel to clean energy, with the biggest emitters leading the way. According to Guterres, clean energy is the gift that keeps giving, which can purify polluted air, meet growing energy demand, and secure supplies. The UN chief argued that fossil fuel could connect billions of people to affordable power, helping to ensure electricity access to all by 2030 while saving money and the planet. As we look at business now, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekperikpe Ekpo, has stated that President Tinubu is committed to supporting private sector investments aimed at utilizing the gas potential crucial for national development. In a meeting with officials from the Brass Petrochemical and gas projects slated for Bayelsa State, Ekperikpe Ekpo, alongside its Managing Director, Chief Ben Okoye, emphasized the project's significance for the nation's economy and its populace. The minister also urged the management of gas producer SPDC JV to collaborate closely with the promoters of the Brass Petrochemical and gas projects to ensure a seamless gas supply in line with President Bola Tinubu's vision to propel gas-centric investments, commercialization, and industrialization initiatives. The Nigeria Railway Corporation, NRC, says express services will soon commence on the Kano-Lagos narrow gauge. The disclosure regarding the restoration of train service operations on the Kano-Lagos narrow gauge was made in a post by the NRC on its official X handle, with a short footage of a locomotive undergoing a test run on the tracks. In a related post on X, the corporation noted that major repairs have been completed on the damaged portions of the Kano-Lagos narrow gauge, further affirming the restoration of express train services on the route. The federal government has stated the need to ensure strict regulation of tobacco industry in accordance with the nation's legislation and global best practices. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Ali Pate, disclosed this recently in Lagos at the formal launch of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission Tobacco Control Advocacy campaign tagged "Don't Rush, Burn Their Future." Pate was represented at the event by the chairman of the Tobacco Control Unit, Federal Ministry of Health, Dr. Malau Toma, who noted that for every $1 a country gains from tobacco, $3 more is expended on healthcare costs as a result of its ill effects. Still in Lagos, where the state government has announced the launch of the Electronic Geographic Information System, otherwise known as EGRS platform, where residents can apply, search, and verify land titles across states online before purchase is made. This was disclosed by Governor Sanwo-Olu on his X handle, where he stated that the EG's platform digitizes access to all matters pertaining to land in the state. According to the governor, the launch of the EG's platform presents a radical shift in the allocation and application of land titles from the old manual method to a digital platform where anyone can now access the data relating to all lands across the state. He noted that the new initiative removes the need of middlemen and agents in the land title application process. Indian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Gangaradhan Balasubramanian, has disclosed that 150 Indian companies have so far invested $27 billion in Nigeria. It disclosed this in Abuja at a dinner to mark the 75th Public Day of India. The envoy noted that India and Nigeria have enjoyed strong historical relations with the ties dating back to before Nigeria's independence. He added that owing to the special relationship between the two countries, India had invited Nigeria as a guest country during her presidency of the G20. The Poultry Association of Nigeria, PAN, has expressed concern over the disclosure and the closure of more than 50% of its farms in 2023, attributing the shutdowns to sectorial challenges. Mojeed Iyola, chairman of the PAN Lagos State chapter, revealed this during an interview with the News Agency of Nigeria in Lagos. Iyola highlighted that poultry farmers had faced difficulties in meeting the increasing demand for poultry products due to the closure of a significant portion of their farms. According to Ayola, sustained government interventions at all levels, particularly in subsidizing feed inputs, are essential for the prosperity of the sector. Let's get some key kind of sports now. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State has described the Super Eagles march against Cameroon as an incredible display. Reacting on his Facebook page after the match, Sanwo-Olu commended the team while wishing them luck in the next match against Angola. Nigeria have eliminated Cameroon with a 2-0 victory in the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations AFCON, advancing to the quarterfinals where they will face Angola. Ademola Lookman scored twice as Nigeria earned a place in the AFCON quarterfinal with a 2-0 win over Cameroon. The former Everton, Fulham and Leicester midfielders scored a goal in each half to help secure the Super Eagles' place. Away from football now, world record holder in the women's 100-meter hurdles, Nigeria's Tobi Amusan has smashed Gloria Alozia's African 60-meter indoor record. She broke Alozia's record of 7.82 seconds with improved 7.77 seconds at the 2024 World Athletics Indoor holding in Astana, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan Member of Parliament and 2000 Olympic gold medalist in 100-meter hurdles, Olga Shishingina, was at the arena. At Sydney 2000, Gloria Alozia was second behind Shishingina in the race despite mourning a loved one who died a few days earlier. Earlier on Friday night, Nigeria's 200-meter sensation Favour Ofili pulled away in her first indoor race as a professional athlete, securing a time of 22.87 seconds to win the women's 200-meter open at the Razorback meets. US Elena Ibi Jackson placed second in 23.32 seconds, and third is compatriot Maya McCoy in 23.84 seconds. Interesting. To end News Prime, a look again at some of our top stories. President Tinubu has urged Nigerian universities to partner industry and entrepreneurs in a bid to commercialize research. Vice President Shettima has said corrupt leadership is to blame for banditry. On the foreign scene, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic have announced their exits from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. And finally, in sports, we told you Tobi Amusan has gone on to smash Gloria Alozia's African record at the 2024 World Athletics. And that's it on News Prime, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times channel 276. Can you follow us across all social media platforms using at Global TVNG and other handles as you now see showing on your screen. I'm Uyag Mofwegbe, thanking you on behalf of the news producers and the team here at Global Television for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening.